what kind of stuff are they giving you the most trouble about in terms of censorship? Nudity or
like
language?
waking up.
Just getting out of bed in the morning?
They just have it in their minds that they want to hire somebody, but they don't want any communication made. You know, they want to like make you into something. I don't know. It's like, I guess it goes into white homes. They're worried about that a lot.
What are they? Yeah, you know, it's funny. Gwen Barrett, our associate producer, or sometime producer, is black. You know, and Carmen Matias is Hispanic.
You have to be colored to be on television. You can't,
yeah, colored.
Yes, you can't be black. You have to have a little colored in there, just a taste.
Tad.
Yeah, just to keep it interesting for America.
Yeah. Well, she said, we were talking about your humor, that your humor offends white people, and I'm not that easily offended. Like, I'm not coming from a spot where Richard Pryor is going to offend me. I think you have humor that makes us see a lot of the truth and laugh at things we wouldn't normally laugh at. I think that's part of what you're doing. I think so. What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
What's up, guys? What's up? Well, what's the best way to say it? I started to try to stream today, and like, I am so fucking tired. Like, the best way to actually say it is that, like, I well, like, yeah, this was just one of those days. I had been talking to, like, Kat is in the chat. I plan on actually doing a bike ride today, but one, it was coated in what I thought it would be. It never got up to 60 for prolonged, sustained period of time. And it was just like, I actually just was like, fuck it. Like, So I did a video. Actually, okay. So I had a productive day. So if you guys don't know, I actually have a of course I do the stream, but in cases where you guys aren't able to actually watch a video, I actually have my, like, you know how I do segments and cuts and shit, where I take the live streams like I'm doing right now and cut them up into segments. And what I do is not only do I cut them up into segments for my YouTube channel, I actually do the voice audio to Anchor, which is a podcasting site. And if you haven't seen it, let's just put it right here in chat. So, yeah. Anchor is the website that I use to actually do my podcasting. And so you actually see me do this. And yeah, like, everything is going to crap now because I opened up so many windows. All right, there we go. And yeah. So I was just, it's one of those days where it's just like, I actually did some work because I moved about 50 videos from one site to the next. And I recorded an I Hypocrite video, which I'm going to be releasing out, and I did do 2 other clips that I released out. It's just like I'm drained, and I know going back to work tomorrow is just going to be like it's going to be motherfucking stressful, and yeah, no, fuck, I'm tired. Although I was gonna stream yesterday, it felt good to have a friend come over and we just chatting and watching the movie a little bit. But I'm sorry, guys, this shit is like life is draining, and yeah, life is motherfucking draining. Anyway, guys, how is everybody doing today? I want to say thank you for actually tuning into the stream. If you have any uh, if you want to actually help support the stream, you can see the Streamlabs chat is on top, and my links are in the description. But I kind of forget to do this from time to time. If you want to actually help with any other links that I have to actually help my stream grow, you can actually donate directly to Streamlabs, or my Patreon link is in the description. And so what we're doing today is we're going to be doing a little bit of City Skylines. Let's see if we can activate this and actually have it up. There we go. I been a lot into like a lot of the city planning games. Like I've never had SimCity. One, because I didn't have a computer that can actually run it really well, and 2, I never had a okay, I'm not gonna lie. I like RTS. I like RTS. Like Warcraft 2 was just like my thing, and of course StarCraft. Who doesn't like StarCraft? But it's just like I never got into like city management games. But I guess this is one of the city management games that I'm gonna get into. It's the console version, the PS4 version of City Skylines, and I've been watching a few, quite a few. I don't know what to call it, like guidelines, tutorials of just like how to build the best city. Um, it's just like, yeah, I've been doing it. Like and guys, it's fun actually trying to learn the planning and shit. Like the other one that I have is Tropical 5, and notice these are the games that I like. My budget for gaming all comes from fucking the games that you would get from it all comes from the games that you'll get from PlayStation Plus. Yeah, I just blanked out there for a second, guys. I'm sorry. And let me just mute this. Because I have Discord open, and yeah, that's what's going on. So I'm just trying to find like what's the best. Like I actually like this game, even though it's kind of like just common and shit. It's actually pretty fucking cool. Just trying to find. All right, yeah, let's do this one. We're gonna use dynamic weather. Kind of keep the day-night cycle. We can always turn that on later. All right, let's go. It's been just like, it's been a fucking tiring week. I mean, like, it's just been one of those weeks where it's just like, you hear story after story, and fuck it, I live in Chicago, so, like, what you've been seeing around, especially my neighborhood, is they know people are pissed about, like, the Toledo shooting, and it's just like businesses like start boarding shit up, and right before I got on, I saw a fucking post on Facebook talking about how people were criticizing the mayor, Lori Lightfoot, talking about how she was talking about some shit about infidelity or some shit like that. And then she tried to play it as, oh, this is sexist and misogynistic. It's like, no, people are criticizing you because you keep fucking up. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. The mayors in Chicago all play a political game, which isn't helped by like going to a different party. Like, no. I fucking refuse to actually be a fucking Republican in the Chicagoland area, but it still doesn't equate the fact that a lot of things are fucked up because it's so many money interests in politics. And yeah, like, whew. And you get fuckers like, let's be honest with you. And I know we're going to actually cover it sometime next week. If I can be, and I can be asked because I think he has a stupid fucking take. Like, you get people like Lord of Patriarchy who sit back and complain that, oh, my city's gonna burn if, like, because of the Democrats and their whole commitment to making different, like dude, like, no one is like it. You even seen it with that video that I did on Gene Schwerman, whatever the fuck that man's name is. No one wants your city to burn. People just want, like, black people just don't want to be killed because y'all motherfuckers are so fucking scared. So y'all hire fucked up ass, jumpy ass police officers. No one wants that shit, and it's just like, and like, I swear to God, like, this week, when it comes to my videos, have just nothing like, yo, like, we had the kid that died in fucking, like, and I know it's not getting much fucking talking about. We had the kid talking, like, in Kentucky that was literally shot by police. Oh, he had a gun. But that doesn't excuse the fact that there are police that shot another police trying to get rid of the scary black kid with a gun. Like, what the fuck? And then I heard today, Sean motherfucking Hannity, literally called a 13-year-old that got shot a 13-year-old man. Mind you, he was the same fucker who called Kyle Rittenhouse a 17-year-old boy. I wonder what was the difference between Kyle Rittenhouse, who literally crossed state lines and killed multiple people and maimed another person. Oh, he's a boy, but a 13-year-old, for whatever reason why he was out in the middle of the night in the street, was a man, because you needed to justify a kid getting killed. What's up, Kat? What's up, Byron? Yeah, like, I really, like, and I've told a few people, like, I really want to do this to play along the theme of, like, show than just leftist, show than just feminist, show than just black man. It's just like, And like people that aren't even involved with politics is like, nah, bro, you can't do shoulder this black man because that's gonna play into every fear and it's not gonna be seen as ironic. Like literally, we have this fucking system where it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, guys, hey, and I feel like I have to say this, not to like, make not to ostracize anybody. If you can, if you want to, if you so inclined, of course, 18 and older because of the nature of the channel. You can jump in the Discord. I'm in the stream chat, and this is just an open discussion because I'm just I need to relax. I need to fucking relax. That's why you guys see me gaming this. Oh. What's up, Boston? Oh. One of the things that I like about this city, like this game, is you can actually like. Don't get me wrong, like I just can't do it right. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. One of the things that I like about this game is that there we go. It's no, it's fine. It's fine. One of the things that I like about this game is just like you can actually just sit back and get lost in it. Like I don't know much about city planning, but I've seen like people get real in depth about this game, and it's just like, oh shit, like y'all motherfuckers are really enjoying this shit. This is a game where a lot of people get in and have fun. What's up, Kat?
Oh, not much. Just folding some laundry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to actually
Yeah,
fold
don't
it.
worry about it, though. This laundry's been sitting here for weeks. My roommate's working in the kitchen, so I'm just folding the clothes to help them out.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, Boston, I actually have like, if you ever seen my be right back screen. That's
Hold
hilarious.
on, sorry.
If you ever seen my not Boston thing, if you ever seen my be right back screens, it's actually it's actually a manga that I really want to work on, or a graphic novel that I really want to work on, but I just don't have the energy between work and YouTube and drawing. I haven't really worked on it. And Byron, it's called City Skylines. Um, but yeah, I I want to actually work on more art. Like if you, what was it last Sunday where I worked on the Parasite Eve, but it's just like I've had to do so much shit for my channel that it's just like I feel like you know how you never feel like you have enough hours in the game in the day. Wow. That's how I feel sometimes. Like let's see. Okay, I need to get. All right, so I feel like I don't have enough hours in a day to do the shit that I need to. right, let's. Shit. Okay. So I have my ulterior. Like I've had to learn different things from actually playing this game. From watching videos of this game. I have my ulterior road. Let's do my. So that's gonna be for my neighborhood. So this is gonna be my ulterior road for my neighborhood. It's gonna branch out like that, and I need something for my. Let's kind of get that perpendicular with that.
My roommate's gonna be done with the blender here pretty soon, but I'll stay muted until he is.
I was about to say, like, I need me a protein shake with that much blended. All right. So I'm actually playing a game called City Skylines. I'm trying to do city planning. Oh my god. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Byron. Thank you. What's been funny is like, okay, so what actually I'm gonna actually speak about that. So that's interesting. So if you guys remember about, I would say a month ago, I did a video on Thomas Stowell. And the funny thing is, so I put my videos on a lot of different community, a lot of different places. One of which is Reddit. And what was interesting about that one is I actually got a lot of pushback. Now, hear me out, guys. I'm going to actually explain something. Now, I know you guys can actually see me on stream, right? I got a lot of pushback from people with my use of saying, with the title of my video, saying Uncle Thomas Stowell. And I don't know. So I don't think that a lot of people realize that, yes, I was playing on the word, but, and this is not one of those things like, oh, see, the left tries to cancel people, but people generally were upset because they said I called Thomas Stowell not only the first Candace Owens, but I called him a racial epithet, a racial slur. And I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what? Like, and I just didn't get it. Maybe it was actually like people who don't understand, like, you know, you use certain terms not in a racial slur way, but in a way of, hey, let's communicate these points that we want to communicate. I don't know, guys. I missed out on how that was a racist term. Maybe that was changed not, too long ago. But yeah, that was interesting to say the least. And yeah, like one of the other things that I find that was also interesting is that I try not to actually focus on a lot of people. Like I think this is really bad for the algorithm and stuff like that. But what I generally do, like one of the things that I generally try not to do is I try not to like focus on the same person all the time. Like this is like a rare chance in me where you see me actually doing I guess you can say it's a rare chance when you see me actually doing a lot of content on the same people. Like I have like 3 videos that's gonna come out of Jeremy from the Cornering, and I don't like doing that because it just doesn't. It feels like I'm like specifically targeting this individual, even though they may have some bad takes. They may have some seriously bad takes. It's just like I don't like doing that. So like I actually have a second video on my channel recently about Gothics, and it's just like like it just feels bad to me. And maybe that's because I want my channel to grow. And I'm not gonna lie about that. I want my channel to actually grow and be successful, but I don't want to be pigeonholed to like a specific topic or a specific person. And I feel like sometimes like channels can actually get like that, and it's one of those things where it's just like I don't want that to be my channel. Even though like algorithm and stuff, right? Just one of those things. Anyway, any questions people got from me? You know, I'm just here streaming. All right. So I actually got some arterial ways. Okay, let's do this one. Because I need this freaking city to pop off. All right. So that should be good. Let's build some water and sewage, because we're gonna need that. Okay, the water is gonna go that way. Cool.
Building a communist utopia over there.
I wish, like, if I want to do that, I would literally be playing what is that game? Tropicana 5. Like, they even have the like stereotypical like Presidente and all that other good shit because it's a Caribbean theme type game. But like, I've literally like, even though it fucks up and you have to be a little bit more careful with it, yeah, I've actually built socialist utopia, which is kind of cool. I just hate that I couldn't actually I wanted to use my remote play during my stream, but because I have a capture card, it works.
I don't own a capture card for anything. I just I use an emulator usually. The reason I haven't continued my Pokemon Nuzlocke run is because emulating Nintendo games is illegal, and you can get your stream shut down.
Yeah, you can get it yeeted. Okay, so I have a question for you. Before we go anywhere, I have a question for you. You obviously have some great opinions about some shit, right? Why do you send me an attack dog about the stuff that I know you're gonna have great opinions about? Like, I want to see you do a takedown video.
Oh my goodness, I'm not very eloquent in real time. Just real time reacting to things. I tend to mangle my words, and I actually don't really consider myself good at takedowns. There are also like very few things where I'm like qualified to speak in depth. I'm like 25, my dude. I don't know shit.
Wait, what? Like, wait, you think being older actually equates you to knowing shit? Like, come on.
Oh, no, I've met my parents. Being older doesn't mean you know a damn thing. It's just like, statistically, young people are more likely to not know shit, but, you know, there are probably a lot of people twice my age I have up on.
Statistically, if you're American, you don't know shit. Like, come on now, let's be fucking honest here.
Well, yeah.
So,
Well, I don't know. There are a lot of Canadians that don't know shit. Jordan Peterson, for example.
wait, he's an important, and he does know some great psychological analysis stuff. Now, every other thing that he tries to spew out of his mouth, no, he's a fucking idiot. But like he does, his work in psychology actually has been useful when it's just psychology and not tainted as much with his politics.
There is a series of videos by a YouTuber called Cass Arris that's actually a cognitive psychology perspective on 12 Rules for Life. And she actually is, I believe, a cognitive psychology student. I don't know if she's a student or if she's already graduated, but she is actually, you know, involved in the field. Okay. And it's pretty insightful. It sheds a lot of light on a lot of shit. See, this is why I don't do takedown videos. I end up devolving into like forgetting what words mean. Also, when you do takedown videos, you kind of invite criticism, and I am such a huge baby.
Hold on. Well, Byron, I don't know why 40% of Republican men won't take a vaccine, even though they did this shit to get into fucking grade school. That's something that, like, I know that I'm gonna have a hard time taking a vaccine, and I have a very simple reason why I know I'm gonna have a hard time taking a vaccine. I have a phobia when it comes to needles. Like, I literally have a phobia when it comes to needles. Like, I have one of those jump out of the seat phobias. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go to like with my vaccine with somebody. But like, no, it's stupid for people to like, I don't want to take a vaccine. Like, dude, like, no, that makes you look like a wimp. But like, I don't mind like seeming like a wimp for some shit that I literally am afraid of taking. But anyway, go ahead, Kat.
I was terrified of getting shots well into high school, and I think the thing that finally broke me of that is, so when I got my ears pierced, I did not go to Claire's, I did not go to Walmart or any of those places where they used the piercing gun. I had an in-law who actually worked at a tattoo parlor, and she did piercings as well. So we figured that she would do the best job because being someone related to me, she's going to take extra care to get the placement right and to make sure everything was sanitary. Now, her doing piercing inside of my aunt's house as opposed to at her place of work was technically illegal, but everything else checked out fine. You know, she used the best possible sterilization gel. She was very, very particular about where she was putting these holes in my ears. She did not have the piercing gun, though. She had a gauge needle. It was the smallest possible gauge needle, but it was a gauge needle, and so it was much slower of a process than the piercing gun, and she had to run it all the way through.
Ouch.
Yeah, I did. She offered me some, like, ice or something to numb my ear, but I chose not to. I felt like this was some kind of rite of passage. So yeah, getting a needle pulled through your ear slowly, a very wide needle, will, it'll break you of the vaccine fear.
I actually had some bad experiences with needles. And so yeah, that's one of the things that kind of
Was it a different vaccine, or was it like a piercing gone wrong situation?
It was a blood draw. It was a dentist thing. It
Oof.
was it was a couple of bad experiences. Bad experiences. Like every time it would it would be reinforced through like some other bullshit, and so I was like, yeah, no, I'm pretty much done with that. Like I couldn't be an IV drug user.
Yeah. Every time I've had the chance to draw blood, I've never given blood before because every opportunity I've had, they've had like a height and weight limit combination, and I think I've been too small just about every time. My blood type's pretty common anyway, though, if I remember correctly. No one's gonna die because I didn't hop out there and give them some of the juice, some of the people juice.
Hey. building building this town, like trying to learn civics and shit like that, right? And then like games like this, I will actually say are pretty cool for actually learning to try to like build a city and shit. It's just like
Yeah, I've heard that.
yeah. Um, in like just to address Byron in the chat, like dude, like that's fucking awesome. Like I have no like I'm not an anti-vaxxer. And like I even have the I've actually had like the whole uh like I will get inoculations, but it's just like I am super fearful of like needles. Like yeah, fuck. I just laid this city out and I just fucked it up. Let's see if I can. I just fucked it up. Wow.
My mom isn't like a hardcore anti-vaxxer. She has taken us to get vaccines, and she does not distrust vaccines unanimously. But she is, to this day, convinced that the reason I am autistic is because of the mercury in an early childhood vaccine. She swears I was changed after that day, and like I think she's full of absolute horseshit, and it's just a weird confirmation bias, of course.
Yeah.
Hearing your mom say, hey, I think this is why you're messed up, is pretty demoralizing. On top of that, though, this wasn't said directly to me. She actually said this to my stepfather before they were married during one of the first family dinners we invited him to. So she was just airing my fucking business to someone who, like, I'm pretty masking. It's not always immediately obvious that I'm on the spectrum. So I kind of have the luxury of, like, deciding, you know, is this person safe enough that I can, like, afford to have them know that I'm on the spectrum? I had not had the chance to decide that. She did not give me the chance. And then when I told her that that was no business of his, she basically treated it like I was just being whiny or dramatic or something. I don't know. She did that with a lot of shit. Fucking bitch. Anyway.
Wow. Okay. Casual parent hate. We all do it, so fuck it. It's allowed. Not guilty. Now, I would actually say that even though like one of my things with my parents, like I've never had that animosity. I did have to I did have to how do I say it right? I had to assert my adultiveness, not necessarily with my father, but with my mother, because like sometimes moms just they see you as their baby,
Yeah.
and it was it was one of those things where it's just like I don't want to be that asshole, but like, yo, and like from time to time, I do have to do it still, but it's never now a issue of are you just doing it to rebel? It's like sometimes I just like you have to say to some people like, hey, I know you're looking out for me, but like one, I may be I may not be accepting your help now. It's because I think it may be something bigger later. And two is just like, no, like I think a lot of times, I think a lot of things that's happening now, people take the wrong message from certain things. Like a lot of times now, you see a lot people say, "Oh, kids today they're too soft." It's not that kids today are too soft. It's that a lot of parents didn't know how to handle conflict, allow their children to handle conflict, and instead of like addressing it as like, oh, these kids are just soft or snowflakes, it's like, yo, we didn't give our kids the tools to handle conflict. We wanted to resolve a lot of issues for them, and I see it well with my 14-year-old. At times I try to handle her conflicts, but it's just like I think some of the best things that I've actually had to do is like just give my 14-year-old the tools to do shit, and it's like, hey, if you mess up, it's good, I understand, but like it's like almost natural for a parent to want to try to resolve things for their kids, but sometimes that can be very very toxic, very very toxic, and that's a problem.
Yeah. Usually, when I hear people complaining that kids these days are too soft, they're always doing it in the context of, like, essentially, usually they're complaining about the fact that younger people nowadays are actually aware that mental health is a thing and that they're asking for their mental health to be,
Respect.
given some weight, respected. My family did not. They didn't even believe my ADHD diagnosis, which is like the most innocuous thing I've been diagnosed with. I did not tell them anything about taking antidepressants. They still don't know.
I see. Here's the thing too, and it's just like I, I hate the term normal, and like even the term neurodivergent is actually a misnomer because we all have degrees of just not fitting into a specific guideline of a lot of what people think is normal. Some people
Well,
masticate a lot of.
when used in the context of people on the autism spectrum, they're quite literally talking about the fact that we do have a different neurotype. But mental health is also kind of a spectrum in and of itself. And I feel like the line between a mentally healthy, functional person and a mentally ill person is a lot more ambiguous than we think.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, at what point is this person considered normal, and what point is this person's considered divergent? And that's it's a weird, really weird thing when you actually see that people just at some point they just like, well, no, this is normal, and this is not normal. It's just like, hold on. I know some pretty people that would. I know some people that may, well, they may be undiagnosed with things, but they wouldn't exactly be considered normal. Like they're not, you know, they're not somebody who would actually fit well inside of the way we govern society now.
Now, I would be careful about asserting that, everyone's a little bit. I've heard the phrase everyone's a little bit mentally ill, everyone's a little bit ADHD, so on and so forth, to sort of invalidate people who are struggling with it. So I feel like drawing a distinction does matter. But I do get what you're saying.
And that's the thing. It's never to invalidate someone. So I don't want to actually go down that road to say invalidating someone's situation. What I want to actually stress is that it's the let he who doesn't have any sin cast the first stone. That's where I really take an issue with, because you have people that sit back and judge other people to say, like, look at this person, look at who they are, and it's just like, dude, like no, you're not in a place of you can't sit in a place of judgment about that. You can't. And a lot of people do want to sit back in a place of judgment and just like judge people, and just like stop doing that. Like literally stop doing that. But
the term neurodivergent was actually formed as sort of an alternative to derogatory terms. Something that people who are neurodivergent can use to distinguish ourselves, and that we do face unique struggles without utilizing the often disparaging language of clinical psychiatry.
And that's the key thing about it. That's the whole thing about it. At what point is it that you're not, what point are you highlighting someone that may have additional struggles versus ostracizing them? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it is entirely possible to use all the correct language and still perpetuate ableism, just doing it under the guise of using the right language, so people assume that you are not being ableist.
Exactly. Hold on. You're right, Byron. Like mental health in this country is not taken seriously at all, because that rugged individualism itself is just seen. It's so fucking toxic because it just, yeah, it's not taken seriously at all. But go ahead, Kat.
I feel like I also feel like it's kind of this common experience of working class people across all backgrounds to have grown up with parents who didn't really understand mental health as something that needs to be taken care of.
Well, I know in a lot of cases it was we couldn't afford it, so
Yeah.
it can't be real because we couldn't afford addressing it. Like even the simplest thing of actually taking a break from work, taking time to just sit back and take care of yourself. It's you can't afford it, so it's not real.
Yeah, basically, I think that was my dad's side of the family's entire stance, and that worked out great for.
You cut out, Cat.
Yeah, my dad's side of the family is just 100% unresolved trauma and untreated mental illness.
Yeah, that's never good.
I'm breaking the cycle, I guess, but also I don't. It's not much of a cycle because I'm not planning to have kids. Not really my thing. I don't dislike children, though. I don't hate kids or anything. I just don't think I'm really cut out for parenthood.
That's interesting because most people aren't. They just learn on the fly. What made you come to this decision?
The fact that taking care of myself is already kind of a struggle. Like, I get stressed out and burnt out incredibly quickly, even when I have, minimal responsibilities. So, the prospect of being responsible for an entire another human, I even if I did well at it, I think I would be miserable.
No. I don't think my question is any condemnation of your point. It's it's something that I like to hear people's explanation for what would be big life changing decisions about things like that, because it's interesting to find out somebody's perspective about it. That's all.
I always kind of hate it when people say that they're too selfish to have kids, because having kids is such a massive thing that I feel like it is such a massive shift in your life and lifestyle that you don't really have to be selfish to feel like you don't want it, you know?
Yeah.
That isn't to say there's anything wrong with having kids. I think, I am constantly people who are parents who actually do parenting well. It just kind of warms my heart to see. Now, people who are parents who have no fucking business having kids make me so goddamn angry.
It makes everybody angry, even us parents. So don't feel bad. You're in good company there.
Yeah. When I used to do archery in high school, one of my fucking pet peeves was the overly agitated sports dads who would harangue their kids. And it's one thing if you push or challenge your child to excel at something. That can be helpful for the development of some children, because different children are going to respond well to different methods of encouragement. But it felt it felt less like it was pushing and more like he was just constantly dissatisfied with how his kid was doing. He sounded genuinely upset with his kid. There wasn't a hint of positivity there. It was one of those things where if I heard my father talking to me like that, I would assume that he is angry at me. And I feel like there's... Oh, go ahead.
I guess one of my things is just I'm gonna be very honest with you. I don't understand why people try to live out their dreams through their kids. You know what I mean?
Surprise. Yeah. Oh no, I've seen that. I had a high school friend whose mom sort of did that to her. I feel for her in that regard even today, but I don't have that much sympathy because, she was kind of a homophobe, and also, it was one of those things where she could not conceive of the concept of me having problems of my own. She kind of just assumed that I was careless and lazy because I had it so easy or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, see,
But like, you can really see how I could really see how her mother living vicariously through her left kind of a mark on her psyche. I was lucky that my
you cut
mom
out, cat.
mostly didn't do that.
You're a robot and cat.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was lucky that my mom mostly didn't do that, which is like kind of a shock considering everything else my mom has done. I guess that's just one aspect in which I lucked out. She did really want me to have kids so she could be a grandma, though. That was irritating. Oh shit, my connection. I bet it's my connection.
No, I still hear you. I I think what I don't like is the value that is placed on women being reproductive factories. Like it and it's one of those oddly weird things that you see, especially from um those people that are involuntary, not being in relationships. I think that's the best way to say it without tripping Twitch's TOS. Um, they it's like
Yeah.
sometimes they don't. I fear that they don't want relationships. They just want to reproduce, and it's like come on, guys. Like you sound like you actively hate women.
Yeah, I think it is actually. Alright, so there's this weird thing that some men will do wherein they want to have kids, but they don't want to have kids because they want to be a father. They want to have kids because they they feel that there is something innately masculine about the act of continuing the family line, planting the seed, as it were.
Yeah, no, that's not how it works. Like it. Oh God, that's not how it works. The sad part about it is these are the same guys that won't do any part of the child rearing work with their for their children.
Yep. Yeah, there. That's kind of how you know when their motives behind wanting to have kids are absolute bullshit. That's also like part of the reason so many men specifically want to have sons. And sometimes some mothers will like regurgitate that old adage about how, oh, I think I would want to have a son because daughters are just so dramatic. Like, fuck you.
Hmm.
I mean, like, I am dramatic, but I'm bisexual, so it's my fucking God given right.
that that's wow. Okay, wow. That's an interesting way of looking at it. Oh,
I gotta go real quick. I'll be back, but I'm
no
gonna
problem.
make myself some coffee and go get some more laundry.
All right.
I'll be back in.
All right.
All right. It's me, Azrael, from a few days ago. Changed my profile pic and name of the server to
What's
match my YouTube name.
what's up, man? How are you
What's
doing
up?
today?
Pretty good, man. What are we talking about?
Just an open chat. Just an open chat. Nothing too major.
All right. Shit.
How
I
was your
came in
week?
here. What?
How was your weekend, man?
I mean, well, shit's good so far. No, ain't nothing too crazy happen.
So you
Besides,
haven't been living on Earth? Like, no, I'm joking.
no, sometimes for my own mental health, I try to ignore the shit that goes on outside for a little bit, and then I'm just like, all right, today I'll look at what's going on.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I
Yeah,
had
for my
that
own
luxury.
sanity.
Like
I mean, granted, yeah,
like some crazy shit goes on, but you be like, oh, I can deal with it, and then you can't actually. Then you realize, like, oh shit, like this is fucking crazy.
exactly. Yeah, I was fucking my own mental health for a year until I realized, oh, I should probably stop this. It's very stressful to look at everything, but hey, it's just I don't know
You know what the sad part about it is? Like, I don't
what.
have regular TV anymore, so I enjoy shit like YouTube or like the streaming services. And like sometimes I have to take a break from the things that I actually follow on YouTube because man, like just the sheer like insanity of some of the things that people actually say and do, like it's one of those things where it's just like do we do it like humans guys, like we're all humans, but some people consider themselves above others for some
Yeah,
apparent reason.
yeah. YouTube itself is it's crazy. I can't say I try to avoid politics because I watch a lot of debates and I watch your streams a lot. But I try to avoid how do I put it, like the shit politics. I don't know how to put it. Like I try to avoid stuff like Tim Pool or people like that since I don't agree with them. But unfortunately, YouTube is like you watch left leaning content. Here's alt right and right leaning content. And I'm just like, oh, okay, that's great. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, I love when my recommendeds are like, because of course I do a video or two about the people, and it's like my recommended all of a sudden start turning into like, hey, this guy, you should watch this guy, and it's just like I end up with so much, like I end up with so much content of like right wing leading figures because like I will go and review their videos and then YouTube recommends me like so much other shit, and it's just like, guys, YouTube, hello, like no.
Like I'm not interested in this. Calm the fuck down.
And I end up getting in this like vortex of like um I end up getting into this vortex of just like yeah, I need these videos because content, but it's just
It's
like I would
depressing.
have it's depressing, and I will end
Yeah.
up with like 50 fucking like pieces of content from like the same person because I look at the title of the video, pay attention to the first like 30 seconds. It's just like, fuck, this is gonna be a good video. Unfortunately, it ends up with me having 20 videos on the docket, and some of them expire because of course they do. So right wing people change their positions every 5 minutes. And yeah, it leaves me in a situation where I'm just like, oh God, I just don't know what else to do about this. And
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, this 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 is the cross you have decided to bear in order to fight this bull. So yeah,
Yeah.
but
Uh,
it's fun actually being the one who sits back and talks about like the garbage that we have to deal with, because let's be honest, a lot of these people, they are just pieces of shit.
Yeah. It's sad because I know exactly how they are. Because when I'm 20 right now, but when I was like 16 and shit, I got sucked into like the anti-feminism, right-wing stuff. Luckily, I got out of it. But like when you view their tactics from like afar, and then you see that they're still doing it and it's still somehow working, because a lot of people are sucked into that. It's frustrating.
What gets me is this. Like, I understand their tactics. I fucking understand their tactics. What gets me is how left wing people don't understand their tactics.
Yeah.
And like the way you're describing it, some people on the left would actually want to not see you be part of the left. And it's like, why would you treat somebody like that? Where our whole thing, yes, upgraded. Our whole thing is trying to make sure that we bring people over to our ideals. Our because we want things to be better. But yet and still, like, I'm tired of the leftist infighting. I'm tired of the gatekeeping. And the obvious the fucking thing about it is, and this is the craziest part about it. By some people's token, I wouldn't fit in on what's considered part of the left, because I'm an older millennial. I just turned 29. I'm an older millennial. And some of the stuff that we're seeing on the left wing now isn't actually capturing people of my generation. Which the generation that we need, not just Generation Z, but we also need the millennial generation. And it's bad. It's bad because we need to do better. We have to wrestle control of this country away from the boomers, because their material conditions are just a lot different from ours, and they don't understand it. But we can't do that as a unified movement, because we're so focused on which one's the most purest leftist.
Yeah.
Hello, motherfucker.
Oh my god. What's up?
I'm
Kermit
here
the
now.
Frog. What's up, man?
That's clearly says Kremitiforg, so I'm gonna have to ask you to correct yourself.
Kermit the Frog. Oh, all right.
Yeah, I have arrived. I don't know what's going on.
We're just talking about leftists and shit, and
Wow, leftists.
the,
I'm
the
one
usual.
of those. You've been talking about me, bitch. I'll kill you.
Oh no! Death by
Oh,
Dan.
you changed your name. Okay, I know you.
Yeah, Azrael. A few days ago.
So
I changed my name to Ruza because it's my name on YouTube, and that's what most people associate me with.
fair enough. Yeah, well, I changed my Discord name when I feel like it to confuse everyone because it's funny.
I feel it. Like, some people DM'd me like, "Who the fuck is Azrael?" And it was just like Ruza, and they would just say, "Oh."
Oh yeah, it's great. I've been all kinds of people. I've been Bernie Sanders for a little bit. It's great. I just keep changing it, and no one gets to know who I am ever until I tell them, and then change it again.
Imagine someone DMing you saying, "Are you the real Bernie Sanders?"
I most certainly am the real Bernie Sanders. I'll have you know, that is me.
Hey,
Oh
hey,
god, I
hey,
barely
hey,
heard his voice.
hey.
I can't judge.
Hey, don't start, because he has that. He may have that New Jersey accent, but remember, he spent some time here in
New York.
Chicago. Remember, he
a
did
New
spend some
York
time
accent.
in Chicago. So yeah.
Well, you know what? He is a nice poor Jewish boy from New York, and he is ours. You can't have him. He is from the East Coast. It's from the correct time zone.
Well, you know who else who you can take?
No, you can have G-Man. He's all yours.
No, I was about to say you can have Tim Pool because he said he grew up in Chicago, and when I heard that shit, I was just like,
nah. You can keep him. See, he grew up in Chicago. That's your business. You made that. That's look. If we have to keep G-Man, you have to keep Tim Pool.
Well, you guys can have Jimmy Dore.
Well, at least we have Bernie and Danny DeVito. That's two.
What?
Two of the
What
most
in the
powerful,
hell are we talking about now?
the most powerful people in politics: Danny DeVito and Bernie Sanders.
Well, actually, Danny DeVito is the strongest of the gods, and he will destroy your god. So, whatever god you believe in, he's weaker than Danny DeVito, and Danny DeVito would butt fuck your god to death.
Isn't that guy like 80? How's he not dead?
He's not. He's like 69.
So.
Damn.
Nice.
So when I say this, and people who actually know this series will understand it, Danny DeVito would be a good.
No, he's 76. Oh shit!
How's he not dead?
Damn, he is older than Stevie Wonder. That is ridiculous.
Has anybody ever read the Percy Jackson books?
No.
How they were better than the Harry Potter books, like Fight Me. But Danny DeVito will play. Danny DeVito.
I've read Harry Potter.
I haven't read either of them, so.
And I had Percy Jackson, and I'll say honestly, you're probably right.
So if you've had Percy Jackson, Danny DeVito will make a good Dionysus.
Danny DeVito is.
He already plays a fucking god of revelry in Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, literally the greatest character ever. I haven't even watched that show, and I've seen enough memes to know that he's the most powerful anime character, and he would beat Goku to death with his pinky toe.
Top 10 anime deaths.
I just like to say fuck J.K. Rowling just because of transphobic shit. As a trans person.
I was going to say the same thing. I haven't read either books, but you know what? I'm going to agree just because fuck J.K. Rowling for being a cunt.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
I was blind to this in my younger days, but looking back, having read Harry Potter, there was definitely some weird gender essentialism, even when she was trying to be feminist.
I never even read the books. I just remember watching like one of the movies and falling asleep, and then that's it.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say then I watched the end on YouTube and said, "Wow, this sucks dick."
See, for me, my experience with Harry Potter was, I think when I was a kid, like so young that I don't even remember. Apparently, I watched like the first few Harry Potter movies, and then when the fucking Deathly Hallows came out, I watched it and went, wow, I have no idea what's going on. Nap time. And I don't know what happened to that movie. I just remember the guy who used to be a bucktooth kid cut a snake's head off, and Voldemort turned into ashes. So I guess he didn't survive the snap. That's the lesson of Harry Potter?
So
yeah.
I remember seeing it in school, falling asleep and waking up to, oh shit, he did! Because it's when the snake like smashed that guy's head in, and then I was like, oh shit, oh. And then I went back to sleep right after.
I remember Dobby got fucking 360 no scoped with a knife.
That was funny. I knew nothing about.
I guess technically it is a no scope because knives don't have scopes usually.
So you're saying it right.
I didn't know Harry Potter and like Lord of the Rings were different, so like I was just waiting for like an hour for fucking Gollum to come out and say precious.
I'm not even mad at you because when I was a kid I didn't really know the difference either.
Yeah.
So was it me, or did they have some obviously racist shit in Harry Potter, even from the movie that I had? Like,
the goblins were a massive anti-Semitic stereotype. That's like one of the most popular examples of anti-Semitic fantasy creature coding in popular media. And the fact that it was done in the fucking 2000s, like the fact that it was done fucking post 1990 is egregious. Like, what are you doing, Miss Jowling, Cowling, Rowling?
and also, did they have some?
Hunt.
Didn't they have some weird like master race type shit?
Yeah, I do remember this. Dobby's whole race were just slaves.
No, but like
house
wizards
elves.
and the wizards were just like called people muggles, which is
What
like
Yep, and the mixed race ones were mudbloods.
Yeah, well, to be fair, the wizards who who considered themselves pure and thought of humans and mudbloods as lesser. Mudblood was in universe a slur for like half humans, but like those wizards were evil.
So, but here's my question: Why is
Like
it?
the reason they were evil is because they were wizard supremacists who didn't like mixed wizards. But yeah, the house elves were essentially a subservient race, and it was never considered a problem in universe.
No?
Like, there was one character who had a problem with it, but most house elves were literally shown to be, like, happy in servitude. It was fucked.
Harry Potter, please come here so I can gargle your balls, Harry. Oh, yes, Harry Potter. Oh.
hey,
you cannot go back to Hogwarts.
Hey,
you must sit here and let me gargle your balls.
Hey, if the coordinator has taught me anything at all about YouTube, watch the TOS. We call them dangly things. What the fuck? I'm sorry.
Dangly things. Prawn. What else?
Dice. Fuzzy dice.
Fuzzy dice.
See,
Potter,
if I
let me
was-
suck your fuzzy dice. Oh, you shaved them. I'm sorry.
Hello there, it's me, Harry Potter, and I'm here to put my fuzzy dice in your fucking mouth. You noseless little bitch.
Oh
The
god.
fuck?
So if I had one question for
Why would
J.K.
you do this?
Because I'm evil and I love it. If I had one question for J.K. Rowling, it'd be, why is it that Dumbledore can pound Johnny Depp's boy pussy, but we can't have trans women? I need to know.
Because
I feel like
the only reason it's okay is because Dumbledore is only gay off screen.
if you asked J.K. Rowling, like if you just
Wait.
directly asked her, "What's your opinion on trans people?" She'll
Wait.
just go, instead of giving you a straight answer, she'll talk for 10 minutes straight.
Wait, so you're telling me that hour-long gay sex scene between Johnny Depp and fucking Dumbledore, that wasn't just normal Harry Potter?
I mean, if that actually happened,
You
I
might
bet
have
that-
watched a porn parody. Fantastic breasts and where to find them.
Fantastic balls and where to find them.
if that actually happened, that's probably better head that he's gotten from fucking Dumbledore than he's gotten from fucking Amber or whatever. Is it his ex-wife now?
Yeah, like
Yes, Amber Turd.
Amber Turd, yeah.
The woman who supposedly shat in his bed, and honestly, I hope it's not true, but honestly, she's kind of fucking crazy, so I can believe
Was it an accidental shit? Was it a fuck you shit?
it was a literally fuck you shit. Like, well, guess what we did? And it's just like people gave him shit. Like, and like
Literally.
yeah,
I'm
of
sorry.
course.
I mean, I don't know any of the details about, like, that case. I've heard, like, varying accounts of who abused who. So I'm not going to, like, comment on anything relevant to, like, what went down between those two. But, like, Johnny Depp kind of was already a shit person.
I think a lot of it came from like his friend died really young, and he's never actually really recovered.
All
I know that Amber cases are pretty cut dry because I've seen like recorded phone calls and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I haven't
Yeah.
seen. I haven't, so maybe
Yeah.
I should look into that after the call.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
you,
Thank you for letting me know that's a thing.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
After he got shat on by the media calling him an abuser, he stayed quiet because the legal reasons. And then when the evidence came out, here came all this evidence of her just not only being verbally abusive, but admitting to physical abuse
yeah.
And
and
another
trying to justify it.
and
I
another
would
thing
be-
too, what happened with that, and I'm gonna be honest with you, as a guy in his age range, you don't admit to mental abuse like that. You don't. It is it's toxic as hell, but you don't admit to shit like that because you will be
My
seen
bad.
as less of a man. Like
And
no question about it.
And
It fucking sucks that it's like that, though.
The fucked up part is that people tend to just assume, okay, well, I guess they're both shitty people. But in the recordings, she even says, "No one's gonna believe you. I'll just tell them that you're abusing me."
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to believe that he abused her when there's evidence of her being abusive, and in the evidence admits that she's willing to do something like that. It's
Holy shit! Ugh.
I know Johnny Depp wants to keep his career and stuff like that, but
Oh.
goddamn, if I was him and all the evidence came out, I'd be like, "Ah, suck my dick! Fuck you! I was right. Suck it."
The unfortunate thing though is that even under the assumption that he didn't do anything wrong, is that regardless that there's still that stamp on him of drama, even if the media, which they
Sort
won't,
of like
even if the media were to come around and be like, "Oh, we were wrong," which they never do, so they won't. There's still that stamp on him, like he was involved in a scandal. We want no part in it. His career is done.
yeah. That's that is a thing that happens because like when Bill Clinton did what Bill Clinton does, basically not just Monica Lewinsky, but literally every name that was mentioned in the case had trouble finding work after
Yeah.
that, just for like again being a name mentioned in the case.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah, that's 100% like on the ball. It's like once you're involved in a scandal, you're kind of fucked. Period.
No, my reasons for disliking Johnny Depp are largely because of him playing a Native American in a movie twice. You just never hear about The Brave, and it's an uncomfortable movie to talk about because it's kind of
I think I've heard of it.
it's really messed up. It's like the only reason people have never heard of this is because this was the 90s, back when people didn't really give a shit if you pulled a fucking Scarlett Johansson.
Oh no, I've never seen this. Have I?
No, I've never seen this movie. I haven't even seen the other one. I just know it exists because I think it was Disney felt comfortable advertising it. But
Yeah, I've actually seen it's the Lone Ranger remake. I've
There we
seen it.
go.
It's nothing to write home about. It's really boring. Like they really put themselves through all that and gave us a shit movie.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. And
Like, not only did you make a terrible casting decision, but like didn't even give us a half decent movie.
you know what?
Right.
Here's the thing. Let's be honest. That came out around the same time of John Carter from Mars. And that was when you speak about white savior movies, John Carter was the quintessential like white savior movie, and it wasn't good at all. And right after that, they
Yeah,
had the
actually,
Lone Ranger.
one of my roommates actually knows a bit about the book series. So I would have to ask her about the tropes presented in it.
And the book series was bad, but it's just like it was one of those things where it's just like, guys, maybe we shouldn't actually do this. Like, you get shows like, okay, so like sometimes I have a problem with the Conan series, but you can tell that Robert Howard, he had more of a respect for people that weren't white than a lot of his contemporaries, like, I don't know, H.P. Lovecraft. But a lot of that shit is just like, you should have left that one alone. A lot of that shit is like, you should have left that alone. Like, I like what Marvel, especially what Marvel's doing with Conan, but you got to be careful with some shit like that. Especially like, yeah, some shit you just got to be careful with, not like playing into the stereotype. But anyway.
I remember Conan in comics, I think, but that's just about it.
No, Marvel has actually restarted Conan in the comics.
Oh. Do they plan to bring him to the big screen, or is that not a thing?
Netflix is doing a Conan series. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna say that Conan is like completely bad, because like if you look at the source material, Howard, who actually wrote it, like, even though like most of the people that he says are dark skinned or like savages, he never actually just makes them stupid. The only time, like, the only real savages that he has in his whole narrative is the furry, and like, yeah, they're portrayed as dark skinned cannibals. But to be fair, like, he also sees other peoples, because he never calls them different races. He sees other peoples as just as savage. It's just like the condition of the world. But like sometimes he uses the shorthand of dark people bad.
See, I have.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. I have no problem with characters in universe referring to another society as savages, because, you know, people tend to do that with other cultures for some reason. Wonder why. Anyway, it's just the issue. It's just the issue of just treating it as though they're actually savages, even though the whole idea of a savage is a weird caricature.
Yeah. And like I said, don't get me wrong, he's better than H.P. Lovecraft, who he was friends with. He's a lot better than H.P. Lovecraft. It's just like he played into a lot of the shit where we had to do this because this is what our readers expected the savages to actually be. So yeah.
H.P. Lovecraft was like... So, back in H.P. Lovecraft's time, he was considered racist even by some of his racist peers.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Like, even by the standards of the time, everyone was like, hey, Hewlett Packard Lovecraft, maybe you should calm it down a couple notches. That's what the HP stood for.
You know, Cletus, I can't stand them Negroes, person of Cletus, but you know who's the real racist? That H.P. Lovecraft, because he really don't like them Negroes, I tell you what.
And that's one of the issues Howard had with HP. That's one of the issues, and like, yeah, it's like at some point it's like, dog, it's like what the original term for misogyny was. It's like, okay, it's okay to hate women, but you just unreasonable with the hatred, aren't you?
Ironic.
And it's just like
Save others, but not himself.
If I ever told you about the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise,
oh god,
he could eat other people's asses, but he could not eat his own.
What? I mean, until he got a couple of ribs removed.
Okay. At this point, Vegeta, you're on timeout, motherfucker. You're on time the fuck out. Just because of shit like that. We should have never gave you access to Discord.
Look, I'm evil. You know this.
Oh,
I am here for the shit posts and nothing else.
Oh God. Oh wow. Hey, you motherfucker! This is what I'm gonna come at you like very harshly for. When is your ass gonna get back on Conan? We can make you into a Defari. I got the stuff to remove bracelet. Since you like eating ass so much, we can make you into a Defari.
Finally. It's about time. Being cooped up in the house and the lack of ass to eat has really been getting to my mental health. Yeah, right now I do not have PlayStation Plus, and I need more monies, so I gotta wait.
He's vitamin A deficient.
Vitamin A.
Something tells me that you would love that remix of Alex Jones. I would eat your ass.
That's a song?
Yes.
Let's hear it, bitch.
Wait, you guys haven't seen that? Oh my god. Okay, so
Only one I've heard is the Gay Frogs remix.
all right, so
Yeah.
he literally cuz like
Are you familiar with the Ben Shapiro cover of WAP? The one that someone actually like tuned correctly.
Yes, I've heard quite a few of those.
So yeah, so what ended up happening is because fucking who was it? He did this rant about like I think his name was Seltzer on the a CNN like contributor, and he was like, you're not gonna get my children, you're not gonna starve me, I will eat your ass. And like, of course, the internet is the internet, and people actually remix it.
I will eat your bruh. The fact that there's people who watch him and take him seriously.
I will eat your ass.
Did anyone see Eric Andre fuck with him?
No.
Are you serious?
No. I never liked Tim and Tim and Eric show. I never liked it.
Tim and Eric?
Yeah, isn't that who you're talking about? Like from the show, the guy from the show?
No, Eric Andre, the crazy guy.
Then
He like
There it is.
Hold on. I'll throw it.
The Let Me In guy from the Let Me In team. You know, Eric Andre from memes.
That's one of my favorite versions of Ben giving reading lyrics to WAP.
There you go. I put in discussion chat. Becca.
Oh yeah, speaking of Eric Andre, allow me to show you something that is beautiful. Alright, everyone, say hello to your new sleep paralysis demon.
Eric, oh no.
Eric Vito.
Okay.
Hold on just a
Wow. Okay. You're really fucking with me now, aren't you? My city is going to hell, people. Wait, did I leave Discord?
It's awful, and I hate it. I hate it so much. It's awful. It's like never in my life has a combination of two people been so absolutely atrocious and evil, and I hate it, and I love it.
Imagine being Ben Shapiro, though, and, like, taking such a hard L. Like, he goes to criticize a song, and accidentally sparks an avalanche of memes about how he can't get his wife off.
Look, all right. See, you could have just stopped at "Imagine being Ben Shapiro."
I mean, I didn't want to go there, but like the fact that he doesn't know he doesn't, I think that's even worse.
I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here thinking, how? Like, unless, like, the only way it can make sense to me that he allowed that cell phone to happen is that he actually cannot get his wife wet. Because I'm just over here like it's not hard, bro. Honestly, you just got to say the right words. You don't even gotta. You don't even have to work for it.
He thinks that the female orgasm is when she says, "I think I'm gonna stop here. I have a headache," and then rolls over.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. I think we're done here. All right, well, tell Paula I said hi. Yeah, sure, whatever.
Hey, look, at least that's not as bad as Jeremy. Oh my God, he literally said he got so like I'm gonna actually I don't know I don't
Jeremy?
like the quartering. I forgot I have to specify. Yeah, Jeremy from the quartering. Literally, he got so mad that his wife went out for pizza without him that he got drunk and pissed in a draw in his home.
What a loser.
Oh, Jeremy.
I mean, it's not as bad as Milo Yiannopoulos. He couldn't get a guy off, so he went straight.
Whoa!
Well, I also news for him about women.
If you can't get a man off, you might as well just lay down and never have sex again. You're done. You lose. You lose, sir.
Well, I mean, that applies mostly to cis men, but yeah. Well, I say that, but I've known some very horny trans men in my time.
I just I mean, I'm not to say guys are like easy to please, but like it's pretty easy to a penis is a dummy, sex for dummies. Like if you have a penis, it's pretty much sex for dummies. And
I would say I would explain it like this: like a penis is like a gun. You know, you got to figure it out. You know, there's some safety you have to take some safety precautions. But a pussy is like a bow. You need practice and you need to know what you're doing, or else you just wind up not shooting very far, and things will be sad.
What about the ass?
Well, now see, you're getting into my territory.
You can use it to kill a deer.
Also, it stretches a lot further than you think. So, I understand. I definitely disagree with the sentiment that dicks are just easy, because it's sometimes hard to get myself off, because it's not as simple as you just flop it around and then some sex juice pops out. You know,
once it starts working, if you fuck it up, then you have an issue.
Like, no, it's not getting it up. It's the coming parts. You know, sometimes your dick is just like, no, you got to take it slow. You got to build up to that shit. Whereas a vagina more typically will require a bit more work up front. Sometimes a penis can be easily excited.
The dick is just like, hey, bro, we just went through this an hour ago. What are you doing? Hey.
You're assuming that Milo was the one getting his husband off, but like he could have just been a bottom, but he never washed his ass, so he couldn't get anyone to stick it in him.
I thought you were gonna say he's a cuck. I thought you were gonna call him
a bottom. He had bottom energy, so I just assumed.
Wow. Good night, everybody. Like, wow, we are still on YouTube, guys, and Twitch.
Sorry.
I don't think YouTube would care, but I think Twitch would. I think, and I don't know. I've gone.
I've also noticed that his fashion sense did get worse when he came out as straight, so make of that what you will. Not to perpetuate stereotypes.
Oh no,
it's
maybe he really did become
very
straight.
good in the first place.
Maybe he fucking drank some straight juice and now he really is straight. If his fashion sense is ruined, he is one of us. Oh no!
I think he's just having a midlife crisis. Like at some point, he just laid down and started saying, "I was a shit in 2015. I was a shit in 2015." Just kept saying that over and over again. Just had a breakdown.
I don't understand how you go from someone who's openly talking about their sexual exploits to then going, "Nope, I'm straight now." Yep, because that's how it works. But this is the same dipshit who, when he was comfortable being gay, he said, "Well, it would be better to be straight because reasons." And I was just like, that's not a good thing to think about yourself. To think that you're just inherently flawed because of such a unimportant facet of your being as far as your self-worth.
Well,
Pete Buttigieg literally said that same thing with his fucking husband in the audience.
you also got to remember
Something about wishing he had been straight.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, if it were
Someone
up to me,
is sleeping on the fucking couch.
You also got to realize too, this is the same motherfucker that bragged about pedophilia.
yeah, this is the same guy who defended the man who did the non-consent
yeah.
stuff with him as a child. So he's clearly a very broken man. Honestly, I think if I had to choose, I would probably choose to be bi, because then I just have so many more options in life.
Yeah.
Honestly, this straight thing's kind of lame. My only option is women's and non-binary people with vaginas too. I guess that's fine, but it's still not a lot of variety as far as genitals.
Vajingas.
You know what? I've never thought of it like this. Like, I'm not somebody who likes girly girls, so wow, that's an interesting take on it. Like, I wouldn't say non-binary because outside of the bedroom, yeah, I don't really care. But like, yeah, to be honest, I have my general preferences, but like the whole like, even like, I guess you can see the shit in like the art that I do. Yes, I do overly feminize women, but I don't think I ever am conformed to like want the demure type housewife type person. Like that's
I've come to realize I have two types that I enjoy, and one is the big, blubbergumptious, bodacious women, and the other one is a female equivalent of a twink, a small, scrawny woman that I can hoist upon myself. And so when I see a woman who's all small and spindly with like the stereotypical lesbian haircut, I'm kind of like, looks pretty good right there too. Not gonna lie. And honestly, the whole non-binary thing, where you got these people who have the female form, but they're like, yeah, but I'm not a woman. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm down.
Well, I mean, there are plenty of AMAB non-binary people. AMAB is you pronounce the acronym for assigned male at birth. Like, non-binary people are not all androgynous. You can be non-binary and be like 6 feet tall with a fucking beard.
Oh yeah, I'm well aware of that. I'm just saying that for me, it doesn't really matter. If you're non-binary, if you've got the uterus and the bobs, I'm down. I don't really care what you identify as. That's kind of my dealio. You just need the genitals and bobs, and I'm kind of good.
Yeah, you need to have the genitals, and your name needs to be Bob.
Oh, you know what? If you bring me a non-binary person with just some nice bobs, and her name is Bob, I'm gonna have a good time.
She has 2 kids called Bob, and her name is Bob.
You know, I think the most confusing thing for me is people who are comfortable with all pronouns who say they're non-binary, because I always wind up in this cycle where my brain's like she or and then I'm like wait, no, they're non-binary, and then my brain goes, oh wait, no, they accept those pronouns, and it always goes in that same cycle.
Bruh.
because my brain's trying to just rectify, trying to be courteous, but also remembering that this individual is fine with being called that, but at the same time, not all non-binary people are. It just messes with my understanding of what words to use contextually, because my stupid ape brain has to adjust to this in adult life.
And
Ape brain. Ooga booga.
It's like I'm just over like, man, it would have been nice if like this shit had just been dealt with before I was born, so it just kind of be ingrained in me as a child, so I could just be like, oh yeah, that's one of them. That's a they, or this person's a she and a he, and then I don't have to think about it as hard. I feel like if I feel it's like the same thing when I'm trying to speak in Spanish to try and communicate with my family, and it's just yes. I wish these things were just ingrained in me.
Yeah.
Also, I think there's this one non-binary person who I see on Instagram sometimes, and they're an older fella, like 40 years old, and they just make content about how it's not a phase, and I'm just like, that's pretty neat. And they have like this thing going with, they got some stubble and like a feminine presence with like a very high and tight haircut, and it's interesting. And I don't remember what kind of clothes they wear, but they had like a whole interesting little thing going. Don't remember what their account name was because my memory's terrible.
Thought Slime is non-binary.
Who dat?
Left tuber.
Leftist content, yeah.
Yeah, I still don't know who that is.
Shit. Who can I like? I almost said think it's Vadim from like Creationist Cat.
Oh God, that's right. There's this running joke about how they look similar.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, on to the important part of this conversation. So am I the only one who's into the whole? I forget. There was a term for it that I've forgotten because my brain is terrible. There is a term for it, but the female equivalent of the twink, I'm all about that. Anybody else agree?
No, I can't say that I am.
I'm.
You or what?
Most of the women I'm into are masculine presenting.
So you're the female twink.
I guess I am very small. I'm like 5 feet tall and 130 pounds. No pixie cut though. I have very long hair, and I do like nice long hair.
Long hair is nice. I like having long hair.
Wait, stop, Vegeta. I need you to go ahead and repronounce that word.
Long hair?
Yes, make sure you add the G. We both know that we hate people that don't pronounce the G in that word.
The G?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Hairg.
No.
Oh,
long.
Oh, long.
Long.
See, Crimson, you're wrong. You are so wrong.
Wrong. You're wrong. I'm sorry. This is This is an inside joke that we know from a community. Like, cannot say a G worth a damn. Well, I guess she can say G's, but for special words.
All right, so now we must close this. Ruza, or I don't know, was it Azazel? I don't fucking remember. My brain.
Go ahead.
What is your? Do you also enjoy the female twink, or nah?
I enjoy anything as long as it's 18 and a human.
Wow. I wish I could say the same. That'd be pretty epic.
So, Danny DeVito?
Yo, honestly, Danny DeVito transcends sexuality. It's just everything wants to fuck him because he's the perfect being. So that's it.
I could Danny DeVito.
I'm
but I
not
probably
physically attracted to Danny DeVito, but I think I busted open for him just out of respect.
I probably
Speaking out of
could.
respect.
I probably could with Danny DeVito, but I think I'm fucking like the Penguin from I think it was Tim Burton's Batman.
Yeah.
All right, now what if
Batman Returns.
So now you're clapping Danny DeVito's cheeks, and he turns around. You see Eric DeVito looking back at you. Do you still bust?
Hell yeah, that's even harder.
Oh God! What did I unleash against? What did I unleash upon the world? Oh.
Once you had an open chat, you were doomed.
I think that's bad. When I stream, I let like half my server talk.
Perfect. All right, so all right. It's been nice.
Yeah. Good night, y'all.
Later.
Oh shit! It's like 10 o'clock. I didn't realize that shit. This what happens when you sit back in the chat having fun, huh?
Yep. So
Yeah,
Crimson.
playing a city simulator. I think that's
All right,
it.
Crimson. All right, Crimson. But what about a dumpling though? Where she's thick and short.
See, it's like, ironically enough, it's really about personality with me above anything.
Yeah, but let's just all things equal. Just assume they have level 10 out of 10 personality. What do you think of the dumpling?
I mean, like, are we talking about B, C, or D cups?
I'm not a titty man, so I don't know bra sizes. I like ass.
Oh, yeah, like, no. Notice the question. Are we talking about B, C, or D cups?
The big one.
I'm just saying. My man, like, you have to understand, I'm not an ass man, really. I am.
I'm an ass man. Scoopity da da da. Go ahead.
I am extremely, hey, look at those wonderful pillows. So yeah, I'm not an ass.
Yeah,
man.
see,
I would like this. Yeah.
Oh. See, the thing is, we converge at the agreement that BBWs are great, but where we separate is I like big, bodacious, blubbergumptious ass, and he likes the large titties, and I personally prefer small titties with a giant ass. So
And see, you can be wrong a lot of times, but it's okay.
I prefer like how smart the person is and how they live. Like, I would just say personality, but this one person I knew, great personality, was genuinely a kind person, but they didn't shower for like a year, and I was just like, I can't do that.
it's like yeah, personality is important or whatever, but that's not relevant to how hot they are. That's relevant to how much you can stand dealing with their bitch ass.
But
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
that's your thing. Like, literally, it is my thing where if they don't have a good personality, I don't want to deal with them.
Yeah, just put a ball gag in their mouth. Then their personality doesn't matter when you're clapping them cheeks.
But yeah, it does, because they're. And see here, let me actually explain why it does, because their attitude when it comes to everyday living, if they're just shit people really don't know how to really have good sex.
Which is why we just assumed the person was one of them, not a pain in the ass kind of people.
But see, my brain can't go that way. Just be like, oh yeah, like no, like my brain doesn't work unless I know, hey, is this a shit person or not?
I forget the term for that. I thought sapiosexual was where you are attracted to someone's intellect, because I lean more towards there. If I find out someone's a big dumbass, it doesn't matter how physically attractive they are, my pee-pee gets sad.
like, yes, of course, you're absolutely right. It's almost as if I'm telling you, and like it's like a mixture of Sapio and Demi. Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you're saying. I have a mixture of like Sapio and Demi.
Yeah, because
Imagine-
I've. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, imagine how miserable it must be to date. What was it? Sorry, someone DM'd me Bernie Sanders, and it caught me off guard. Imagine fucking dating Ben Shapiro. How fucking awful that would be. Just like, good morning, hun. My morning is not good. I got 3 dislikes on my new Ben Shapiro owning libtards compilation.
See, I would just be like, shut your bitch ass up and spread them cheeks, boy. And now Crimson wants to vomit. Mission accomplished.
I can't imagine being Ben Shapiro or anything like that, because like they're appealing to a political side that hates them. Like I'm pretty sure Milo Yiannopoulos nearly leaked his phone number at one point.
Yeah, I mean it's something that I don't think people bring up often enough, but he is in fact a pick-me Jew.
Yeah.
Him and Dennis Prager.
Yes, despite being openly like religiously a Jew and not Christian, he simps for Christianity just so that the conservatives don't hate him.
How would that one guy put it? The guy who was complaining about a cap. He's a tokenized right winger.
Yeah.
I forgot that guy's name. Fuck.
But anyway, before Ben Shapiro's caterpillar eyebrows were brought into this conversation, I was gonna say, yeah, I've definitely had moments in my life where I've looked at a woman and been like, wow, that is a gorgeous woman. I would really like to. And then she opened her mouth, and I was like, never mind. Pee soft. I never want to see this person again in my life.
See, yeah, yeah. It gets to a point sometimes where you just be like, how did they make you? Like, what?
I think my brain has a good amount of that, but I think there's also a lot. I don't know the term for it, but it's that feeling like when you're emotionally invested in a person, I get very aroused by their existence as well, because that's definitely been a thing. But and then like it could like, and then after that emotional tie is severed, I'm like, yeah, you're not as attractive anymore. It's gone.
I feel that.
That seems to be even stronger than the sapiosexual part of my brain.
That's Demi. That's Demi. Like seriously, I have a mix of both of those.
So it seems we only diverge on the ass versus titty fight.
Yeah, of course.
Where of course you've chosen the wrong side of history. But it's all right.
That's
I tend to prefer the dark side between the ass cheeks personally, but whatever. Dark side of the moon is where it's at.
No.
If I can't grab onto the booty like handlebars, then what is there in life that is worth living for?
Yeah. Life?
Handlebar. Man, fuck life. Life doesn't have butt cheeks.
I mean, it does if you think about it.
Look here, you little shit.
Just like all the other streams are about like covering smart shit. This one, I asked her titties.
It's not ass or titties. It's very simple. Ass or you're wrong.
Yeah. You actually believe that shit. Oh, that's what's sad.
Ass, thighs, and coochie. That's where it be.
Why do we want to blow your coochie?
You don't like a pair of fat pussy lips? That shit's hot as fuck.
No. God, I do not want to see your porn history.
Yes, you do not want to see that. I am telling you this now. You do not want to see
that.
So
many gaping buttholes. Also, I don't have porn history. I use DuckDuckGo. I am able to purge that shit.
I'm not scared of it. I'm just like, you know what? If my family or friends come on my computer and see that, that's their
Why,
fault.
why would they be coming on your computer? It's yours to come on.
They wouldn't. That's the thing. So I don't care.
You
I
know the
don't care about
sad
you.
part about it is, oh,
What?
delete my porn history joke actually made it into Naruto.
Bruh.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that. And what I find funny though is the concept of deleting your history, because like this is my computer. I don't use it for porn simply because I don't want any viruses on my computer. I use my phone for that because I don't give a fuck about this bitch ass phone. But at the same time, like I don't give a fuck if I go onto something where somebody else goes, "What has he been looking at?" Fuck you. It's my computer. Fuck you doing on my shit. Like if you didn't want to see my Skyrim mod list where there's fucking big fat asses and fucking titties, that's your business. You shouldn't have been on my computer.
Like when I say like I don't want this to die. I don't want this joke to die. When I say literally there is a scene where somebody knows they're dying. They take important precious seconds to say like, "Hey, it's a box in my closet to make sure that your mother never finds out in the middle of a fucking war." That joke makes it into Naruto.
Burn the porn, burn it all. I don't even. I'm over here like I have no shame. Shame is for the weak. I'm over here. I'm over here. I know what I like. I like whammons. I like their vaginas. I like their buttholes, their butt cheeks, their tums, their thighs. Pretty much everything. Pretty much everything from scalp to fucking to ankle is sexy material. So I'm good. Not in defeat though. Not my thing. They're kind of gross.
Yeah.
Said the man who eats ass. Anyway. Anyway, Crimson. When are you gonna quit being a bitch and eat ass?
When your mom volunteers.
Hey, what she does is none of my business.
You walk right into that one, man. You walk right into that one.
I don't know how her husband would feel about that though.
Hey, all I'll say is if she can make my whole week, then she can make my whole week. Pegging.
Oh, wow. Again, we're still on Twitch, guys.
Yeah.
See, the problem with that is I know my mom's a coward because one time I made reference to the process of preparing an anus for sex, and she's like, "Nope." I was like, "Coward."
Coward. Watch this, mom. Hey, dad. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, my dad. I'm like, I eat ass. He's like, you know what? Why not? Because he's a fucking real man. Real men, real women, and real non-binary people eat ass. Period.
Why are you giving your family sex tips, bro?
No, I'm just like, hey, eating ass is epic. And then he's like, you know what? I agree. And
So-
you know what? If you can't talk to your father about sexual exploits, then what do you have a father for?
So, why does this remind me of the whole conversation? Have either one of you guys seen the movie Meet the Fockers?
Meet the fuck
A long time ago, but yeah.
Remember the conversation that Greg's mother had with what's the name of that movie? Talking about, well, this is how you pleasure a woman. And then at the end of the movie, you see him take his wife into the motherfucking van, the RV, and she's like, oh, this is like, yeah. Like that movie had so much fun in it that like people did not see, and I guess because they thought it was just going to be a stupid movie, but yeah, that was a quintessential like 90s movie, but it was actually one of the good 90s movies. It was a better Meet the Parents type thing than that Ashton Kutcher Bernie Mac movie, which was shit. Oh,
Is that the one?
It was
Yeah,
Guess Who? Yeah.
Yeah, in that movie, wasn't he like, "You sure this is fresh squeezed orange juice? This tastes like Tropicana." Some shit like that. I remember that line just getting on my nerves.
Yeah, and like Bernie Mac was actually a good fucking comic. But yeah, fuck. Like some of these people, oh god. You know what fucking pisses me off? This whole thing.
People who don't eat ass.
No motherfucker. Like what pisses me off is people who don't understand what punching up comedy is and just want to use it to be just like mean to people. Oh, guys, you're in Discord. Did you see my little video that I had with I Hypocrite?
Maybe. How long ago was this?
I released it today. It's I'm gonna release it on YouTube's probably tomorrow sometime.
Oh, see, I've.
It's
No,
in
I
the
didn't see. I did not see.
it's in the chat. Like it's in what's the name chat?
Oh, that's the broadcast, right? Or-
No, not in broadcast. It's in discussion chat.
Oh yeah, that. No, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, yeah, it's interesting. Like, yeah, like no, like it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Anyway, I'm actually about to end the stream now. Thank everybody who's watched. Thank everybody who's participated, from Kat to Wajita to Ruza. Thank you guys for joining in the chat. I have thoroughly fucked this city, but hey, who's counting, right?
Yay!
All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and as we do it every time, take us out, Richard.
Always remember these words: if the ass is fat and the tummy is thick, she can get to the
Probably,
dick.
stop some racism.
Stop racism.
Yeah, I'm probably afraid of that because then people don't hate each other, and people start talking to each other, and then they start talking to each other. They find out who's the problem.
Which is
Greedy people.
greedy. I have a couple things I want to ask you there. Do you really think that some of the guys that you dealt with at NBC, no names, right? Because there's lawsuits for that too, that some of these guys really want to promote racism actively, or is it a subconscious?
I just think it's part of capitalism is to promote racism, you know, right? In order to make things work. If you feel better because you're white and you can get a job, you use that. I mean, you know, I would.
Absolutely.
Say, I'm sorry, Jack, but shit, they say I'm white. I'm going to use this.
Right. Absolutely.
Get this job. I'm hungry, you know. But and that separates people. So they keep people separate about the real problem. That's as simple as I see it. Probably it's not that simple, but.
Now, all right, you and I are about the same age, right? We're in our mid-30s. How long is it going to take before guys who think like you, and I say guys who don't want to have racism in the country, people who don't want to be oppressing any minority, whatever it is, sexual, whatever minority, really get into positions of power and can change things?
You can't get in a position of power, it seems, if you think like that. It seems that the only time you get in a position of power is if you're like the people that are in power. To me, I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, people that get to become executives become like the people that were already executives.
I don't know, maybe
they go in with good